Alright then, ladies and gents, how is it going? I'm out with Big Pezza up in front. He's on his VFR 750. I'm on my Aprilia Tuareg 660, my little tow rag. Yeah, we're going camping. I think we're going to Wales. I should have really paid attention to the brief. But yeah, we're going to Wales, I believe. And it's all part of the Big Pezza Patreon camping trip. He does it each year, and it was really good fun last year. We got quite drunk and went down to Salisbury then, but this time Wales. Yeah, we're meeting up with Phil 480. He's going to be pitching up there a bit later on tonight. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. I do enjoy Wales whenever I go there. I recently got back from a trip there, which is stuff that I've been posting on my YouTube channel recently. So yeah, I don't know what order everything comes out in, but yeah, I imagine you'll have seen all of those videos if you clicked on the watch button.
Keep that bar. Drop aside. Down.
I was in two minds about bringing this bike. I did think about coming on the Gixxer. It's got better road tyres, obviously. Sports bike is going to handle better on the tarmac than knobbly tyres. But also, this has got a spoke missing on the front wheel. It broke. I'm not sure when it broke, but yeah, so it could have been broken for a while, or it could have been broken recently. But I don't recall hitting anything recently to break it. No potholes or sticks or anything like that. So yeah, I just want to keep the mileage down on this, but I need to get it fixed. I need to get it fixed because I'm going trail riding in Yorkshire next week. Yeah, so I'm really hoping that Brighton Motor are able to get hold of a replacement spoke for me. It should be an easy fix, but I just need the spoke to be able to fix it. Oh man, this is lovely, this is. The day's gradually brightening up. It was very, very cloudy this morning and a bit chilly. That's why I've got my winter gloves on still. I always find on a longer bike journey it's good to wear warmer rather than cooler clothes. But I'm wearing all my urban stuff, so I'm tempting fate a little bit with Wales. Not very waterproof, and Wales can be a bit wet sometimes. But I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. We had an awful lot of traffic on the first part of the trip. Yeah, it was a bit frustrating, actually a bit tedious, but we seem to have got through most of it now, and because we're not going hell for leather, hopefully we won't catch up with anything too quickly either. It's a really nice part of the world, this is, really nice part of the world. Wantage is where we're at the moment. Oh man, this is lovely, lovely jubbly. Good bit of countryside, nice. Yeah, we're just over 75 miles into the journey so far. I think the whole distance is about 175, so yes, yeah, got about 100 to go. I think we're going to be stopping at a castle somewhere. This time it isn't for me, although I like castles. It's for Pez. He's got a thing that he needs to do there. I think it's part of a challenge that he's involved in. But I don't know where that castle is, what it's called, other than it begins with a D. 20? That's rubbish. Oh, this is just blooming lovely, this is. Proper pucker. Awesome little route. It's great to be out of the traffic now as well. Proper back roads, awesome stuff. So I think this must be the castle. That's quite cool indeed. I thought this might be the castle. How did you know it was this one? Because we went to it.
When did you go to it?
No, we've gone to it now.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Sherlock. Here.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it a real one?
Yeah. There's some information there about it.
Dogs! What's that?
That sign was for you, it said. Another sons of bitches.
Croom Castle.
Oh, it's National Castle.
Dunstall Castle. Oh, so Croom A Croom is the place.
Cream Court.
This is all quite cool, isn't it? It's very small. There's not a lot left of it. Obviously didn't build it very well. Double wall. That would have been a staircase in the past. Awesome. And look, it comes with a free ladder. Oh, that's quite nifty, that, isn't it? That's quite nifty indeed. Well, that was a cool little bonus visit. I think Pez is doing some kind of photo diary thing where he has to go to different places around the country. So he's got a little tick in the box for that. I got a little thing for Instagram. I do like a good castle, and that looked like it was a good castle once. Oh, this is a good hill. Oh, I lied earlier. I lied. We're not actually going to Wales. We are staying in Old England. Yes, this is not an international trip. We're staying this side of the border. Yeah, I'm not sure the exact place we're going to, but when we get there and got tents and stuff done, I'll try and maybe show you on a map or something. There was no way I was going to be able to stop there. I would have toppled. I would have toppled. Oh, but nice switchbacks, nice switchbacks. So we're going to get some elevation. Might get some good views. Might get some good views. Certainly some nice twisties. Just wish there wasn't a car. All traffic lights. Crumble. Well, we're very nearly there, I believe. Not quite sure exactly where it is. But we're on the other side of Hereford. I said the other side from the side we were earlier. So yeah, we're on the Welsh side of Hereford, but still in England. Like I say, I'll try and get a map up in a bit and show you where we're camping. But mostly it has been a very awesome ride over here. Hampered by traffic in the start and well and during as well, but the bits without traffic have been absolutely lovely, splendiferous, fantasticals, top notch. This looks quite plush and fancy, doesn't it? This looks quite plush and fancy. I guess we'll stop and log in. I'm quite glad to get off the bike now. Kind of done with it. Although we've actually got to go and get shopping and beer. We need beer. Oh, it seems like a good little setup they've got here. They've got a little shop there and stuff. We're in there, do pizzas and burgery type stuff. So that's kind of cool. So we'll probably sort that out for tonight. Don't know. It depends when Phil gets here. But we're gonna get set up and then go off and find a co-op or something so we can grab some beers, because I imagine their campsite beers will be pricey. Forgot to air out my tent after the last trip, so it stinks of mildew and just stagnant water. Yeah, I'm glad it's on the outside, not the inside. stand in front of the camera.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's
He's probably not seeing anything I'm doing anyway.
okay. Oh, actually, yeah. That's pretty good, actually. It's well framed.
Nice.
Well framed. So we just need...
And we're done! Go. Fire! Hot stuff! Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Right, so night one was a success. Had a little fire, which was cool. Had some nice food. Phil got here at a reasonable time, so he managed to have a beer and stuff like that. I slept quite well. Everyone else had to put up with my snoring. And now we're going off to explore. Pez had a bit of a fuel leak, but we think we've sorted it. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. Sun shining. It should be lovely, awesome, fun stuff. Right, assemble. Right, so we're out on the road. We've got about 20 miles to go. We're going to stop for some fuel, and then I think we're heading into Wales, or actually when we get fuel we might already be in Wales, not sure, because we are right on the borderline here. Yeah, it's going to be a glorious day. I'm really looking forward to just having a spin out with the guys. Yeah, when we did the Peterborough Festival of Motorcycling, we all made our own way there, or at least I made my own way there, so I didn't get to ride with them. And obviously it was nice riding with Pez yesterday, but it's good to get Phil in the mix as well. I had a burger from the campsite last night, and it came with some glorious chips. The burger was pretty impressive too, but the chips, they were amazing, absolutely amazing. Reasonable value. It was like 11 quid, which isn't bad for on-site catering. Certainly filled me up, but last night I was having a bit of an issue with repeating some of the burger. I think it was just cooked with a little bit too much oil for my tender belly. So yeah, I also realised that my temp was slightly downhill where I had my head, which meant that when I woke up for a midnight wee, yeah, I turned the bed around, and that made me a little bit more comfortable in it. Hello doggo, hello dog. And cat, is she taking a cat for a walk, or is the cat just a random cat? Hello cat. Some of the roads we've been riding this morning have been absolutely incredible, following a river and stuff like that. Lots of twists and turns, the tree arches, tree tunnels, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, just absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We don't seem to be having a huge amount of luck with traffic though, and on all these naturally little lanes we always seem to get stuck behind something, which is a bit of a pain, but you know, it's the way it goes. It's still lovely to enjoy the scenery. I try not to record when I've got traffic in front of me. It's just not how I make my videos, so trying to time getting the camera going when we've got some open roads and stuff like that. All these big roads like this would be incredible on my Gixxer, where I've got a bit more grip and a bit more power, but not when you're group riding, because you go hell for leather in a group. You always end up egging each other on, and yeah, that's when things go wrong, isn't it? That's when things go wrong. But yeah, if I was left solus and I was along roads like this, there would be some moments I would not be able to film. It's absolutely lovely having the weather with us, and no average speed cameras. Not that we're actually breaking any speed limits right now. Yeah, everywhere we've been so far has been quite generous on the speeds, although they are quite good at letting you know that you're coming into a village, because they drop the speed down to 40 just before them, and then down to 30 to give you a bit of a heads up that you're coming into a place of population. That's always a good sign. That's always a good sign when you see all the motorcycles. This bike is so nice to ride just on the throttle. When you're being smooth with this bike, you can just use the engine braking, and yeah, you get around all the twisties, all in the same gear, just using the throttle and engine braking. It's really quite pleasant, Oh, this truly is beautiful around here. It's completely different from the Snowdonia region of Wales I was in the other week when I was up here with Matt, but this is still glorious. Rolling hills around here. I'm near the Beacons, or the Brecon Beacons, whatever they're called now. They're not called the Brecon Beacons anymore, not allowed to call that. Wales has renamed them. But yeah, for those of you used to the previous nameage, that's the sort of area that we're in. I'm not sure exactly where. Once again, I've not set up my phone as a navigational device to sort of be able to give you a bit better pointers. But yeah, it's a stunning part of the world. It really, really is. And so nice that it's so different from Snowdonia. Oh, it looks like we've got a good road. It looks like we've got a good road. Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Awesome. It's like a roller coaster almost. A roller coaster through nature. Look at that view, eh? Look at that view. Wonderful. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I can see why we slowed down for this. Suck in some of that view, eh? Suck in some of that view. Lovely, awesome corners. Oh yeah, sports bike, Supermoto, the ace along here. Like Supermoto, yes, Supermoto, that's what we want. This is a lovely, lovely little road. How awesome. All the best twiddles, stunning views, glorious sunshine. Fantasticals. Absolutely fantasticals. Thank you, Wales. Thank you, Wales. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm not quite sure where we are in relation to it, but when I was in the Royal Navy, we spent a bit of time up in the Brecon Beacons doing leadership training and stuff like that. Basically orienteering, map reading, hiking, and yeah, generally exploring up in the tallest of the tools and peaks and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really, really awesome. I was very fit back then, or a lot fitter than I am now, that's for sure. And yeah, it was glorious. That was, really, really was. The part of the Beacons where we were sort of based primarily or mainly was a place called Taliban. I'm not sure it's Taliban on Usk, not sure, can't remember. I think there's two Talibans in Wales, obviously pronounced differently because I can't speak Welsh and stuff, but they're very similar sounding places. And I think they're both off reservoirs, but I'm pretty sure it's Taliban on Usk. But I could stand corrected there. And then there was Penny Fan and some of the other places that we hiked up to, tabbed up to, and they do an awful lot of SAS recruitment training in that part of the world. So while we were going up and down it once, maybe twice, with just a little bit of kit with ourselves, you had all these super fit wannabe SAS recruits tabbing up and down it multiple times, holding blooming great big SLR machine guns above their heads pretty much, and just having to endure absolute hell. And I guess some of them made it, some of them did it. Yeah, it's very impressive, the armed forces training for our special forces, and without being a warmonger, they are incredible warriors. They are incredible warriors. Oh, what a weekend, Pez. What a weekend. You picked the best weather. You really did, mate. You really, really did. I've been so lucky. My trip with Matt the other week, that was glorious. The evenings were a bit colder back then, but yeah, it was still nice, and I was staying in a house then, so it was alright. And then this weekend, absolutely lovely. Yeah, the night time wasn't the warmest, but it certainly wasn't the coldest, and we had a fire and beers and company, and yeah, it was just brilliant. And now look at this, amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, that was a proper good lunch stop. That was Owl's Nest Tea Room. Awesome sandwich, like proper stacked. Phil's sandwich, he had a ham and cheese one, and it had like all the cheese. Yeah, incredible. Good value, and fast service, and loads of motorcycles. Brilliant stuff. Right, I think we're going up a hill and then down a hill. Yeah, that's what's next. I'm not sure if this is the start of our little climb, but we've got a lovely little river running down the side of us there, which we're following along, which means we've got a nice curvy road. The river's sort of quite sunken in down there, which is quite cool, quite eroded. Beautiful riding through the woods here, the foresty bit, whatever it is. There's so many bikers around this part of the world. It's awesome, and I'm sure a lot of them are just visiting like we are. But I think we're kind of going up there. Up in the mountain. But everywhere we go at the moment, we're getting these wiggly signs, and you know that's good news. Absolutely good news. And although 50 mile an hour seems like it could be a bit slow, it's really not. It's really not. I mean, we're riding in a group and we're mooching along quite happily. We're not even doing 50 most of the time. Yeah, the advantage of going a little bit slower than the speed limit means we're less likely to catch up with any other traffic, which means that we can kind of just enjoy the twisties with no one obscuring our views. And I like that a lot. Cheers, Pez. This is good choices, mate. Always seeing birds of prey up in the sky as well. I don't know if the camera picks them out. I don't really think I can hold my head still enough to kind of like look at them and let the camera sort of see what it's seeing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, sorry for not showing you them, but I'm enjoying them. Well, this is quite marvellous indeed. Proper windy roads. Can't see what's coming because of the hedgerows being a bit high, but you can see that we're going up to some quite beautiful places by the looks of things. Marvellous. Right, average speed cameras, evil little things, but it's a 40 along here, so I imagine there's going to be sheep or possibility of sheep. But wow, look at this, eh? Look at this, lovely jubbly. Awesome. Yes, there is sheep. I've seen sheep. Ah, yes. Hello, sheep. See why there's average speed cameras, because people will come flying around here. It would be amazing to be given free rein to enjoy these corners and stuff. But yeah, as seen there, cyclists, and up there sheep, and distracting views, so you're going to come across people dawdling along. Yeah, very understandable speed limit. I just don't like average speed cameras. Who does, eh? Who does? Mr. Revenue Makers. This is cracking, eh? Cracking. What a road. Amazing views. Just incredible, hey? Just incredible. Vastly different to the stuff we were riding on the other week, but no less impressive. A little bit of a car meet up here. very awesome. Wowzers, eh? Look at that. Some kind of Pikes Peak hill climb. This is fantastic. Oh, and an ice cream van to boot. Fantasticals. Joyous. Wow, look at that, eh? Look at that. That's not a shabby view, is it, Phil? Yeah. Awesome, awesome stuff. Wowzers. Brilliant.
They're just having a car meet in the middle of the road.
Yeah, just parked in the middle of the road, blocking the whole road up. Well, it seems I'm about as clever as I look. We've just done the most stunning over the crest of that pass, and I've just pressed stop on my camera to stop recording, and it started recording. Oh! So you've just missed out on the most amazing roads. So yeah, go and check out Phil and Pez's visions of this video. Hopefully they'll have not been such idiots. But yes, that was spectacular, that was, and a lot of waffle from me, so maybe you're better off that my camera recording didn't work. Oh well. There'll be another one, I'm sure. Well, this has been quite an incredible day so far. Still got a bit of riding to do. Just coming up on this reservoir here, which is really quite pretty to look down upon. I'm feeling a little bit sunburned on the back of my neck. I probably should have asked Pez if I could borrow some of his sun lotion. Should have really brought some on my own. But wowzers, what an absolute beauty of a day, hey? What a beauty of a day. I'm not sure what this reservoir is called. I don't recall seeing a sign. But yeah, it's really quite pretty. Quite pretty. At our last petrol stop, Phil's grabbed a barbecue, and then when we get closer to the campsite we'll stop and find a supermarket and grab some barbecue stuff for this evening. Like I say, we've still got quite a bit of riding to do today though, and I'm loving it. I really am loving it. Thanks Pez, mate, you've got quite a trip for us. Quite a trip indeed. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Alright, Pez has just done another one of his castly things. You'd have to check out his and Phil's videos for that, because I didn't have my camera on. I took my helmet off. But yeah, there's a castle there. Phil climbed it. He's fitter than all of us, I'm guessing. Or braver, stupider. But look at all these hills, big old hills. That's the tallest one. I know we're quite near Taliban, which is near all the stuff I did when I was in the Navy. And it is Taliban on Usk, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, but I don't know which peak is Penny Fan or whatever you call it, however you pronunciate it, but it's probably one of these ones. No idea. We were going to go up the Gospel Pass, but Pez's bike's being a little bit intermittent on a fueling problem, so we're just going to supermarket, barbecue food, and then back to the campsite, which makes a bit more sense, I think. Oh, look at that, we timed this one well. All the cars. But yes, onwards and all that sort of stuff. Well, what an absolutely fantastic day out on the bikes today. It's a bit of a shame Pez has got some fueling issues on his bike, but it's still running, that's good. It's not slowing him down, it's just using more fuel than it needs to. So yeah, that possibly needs investigating. Right, well, we've not done the pass, we just want to get back to the campsite. But Pez does have one more of his photo challenge things that we're going to go to, which is actually on the way to the campsite. So yeah, it's not out of our way, and it gets him more points on his competition thing that he's doing. We just stopped at the co-op, we've got ourselves some burgers and some sausages and some stuff for breakfast. And yeah, basically just heading back to the campsite now. Awesome stuff. What a fantastic day. An absolutely fantastic day. Now I'm putting bets on it being a float sticking on Pez's bike as the problem. That's what I'm doing. He's going to hit it with a hammer or something like that when we get back to the campsite and see if he can fix it. But yeah, that's my money is on a sticky float. I think we must be pretty close to the campsite now. Almost all the way back. Just want to say thanks Pez again. Yeah, every time you organise a ride it's bloody marvellous. Bloody marvellous. Well done mate, well done. Oh, I remembered something. I'm not brain dead. Well, not totally anyway. Oh, squish. Can we get past as they left us room? Yes. Right, let's get that barbecue going, shall we? Get the beers on ice, because mine are probably roasting hot after being in the back of the bike all day in the sun. What a twat. Well done Pez, that was awesome today mate. What a day indeed. Right, we've had our barbecue, and it was super tasty. Sorry, I'll try and keep you in shot like a proper professional. But now we have fire, they've let us play with fire, and also beer. I've got beer and fire. It's going to be great.
And whiskey.
Oh, Pez has got whiskey. I'm doing the thing that I tell everyone not to do, is look at the camera instead of the lens. Camera, lens. I need to do it that way around.
Oh. Now we're upside down.
That's better. You might be upside down, but I'm looking in the right place or something. We're all too far apart. But anyway, it's a good evening. Right, well that is our camping weekend done, other than our ride home. Now are we going the right way? Yeah, Big Pezzery left a bit earlier, just because he's going a more direct route back because of the fueling issues he's having with his bike. He just wanted to get it home the easiest possible way, which is a shame to not finish the ride with him, but it does make sense for him with the issues that he was having. So yeah, so hopefully he'll be well and truly on his way home, and he'll be able to get his bike sorted for its next adventure. But I've got Phil 480 in tow behind me. We're going a nice way back. I don't know how nice it'll actually be. I've just done the Google Maps thing, which I've put in to avoid motorways. And it's about 3.5 hours or thereabouts for us to get home. But yes, I've got about 3.5 hours till we get to Newlands Corner, and then we're going to know which way we're going from there onwards, because we know our way home from there. Yeah, I'm not going to bring you along with me on the ride back. I just want to massively recommend the campsite. I'll put a link down to it below, because I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was fantastic. Really good facilities, and really enjoyable staying there. I also want to give a massive thank you to Big Pezza. Do go and follow his channel. I'll put links to that at the end and down below in the description. He put together a fantastic route, and well, he always does, and he organised absolutely everything. So all we needed to do was pitch up and pitch our tents, and yeah, an awesome weekend was had. Big thanks to Phil482. I'll put links to his channel at the end of this and down below too. Again, he's got an awesome channel and he's a really awesome chap. It's been brilliant hanging out with him. It's always fun when we get the boys out together, and this weekend was no exception whatsoever. As you can see, we're stuck with the van behind us, although it is pulling off. I was about to use that as the excuse for closing out, but I'm done anyway, so let's close out now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't done so already, please do click subscribe, and if you like the video, give it a little thumbs up. We appreciate that. If you didn't, you don't care, whatever, you can put a thumbs down. I don't mind at all. But please drop in a comment if you've been this part of the world, you've been to Wales on the motorbikes and you've enjoyed yourself. Let me know all about your trips in the comments below. That'd be brilliant. Anyhow, you ride safe, take care, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that bike rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.